The only video game I've ever played in my life was Mario Kart. Really, the only games that I regularly played were on the computer. They were like those CD-ROM games. I did Putt-Putt and Freddy the Fish, so I'm not exactly in the know when it comes to gaming and tech and all that. So I threw my body on the grenade, and I got all the tea on this GameStop drama, and I'm gonna explain everything that's going on so that you don't have to go and do all the digging and research yourself. Is it love? Perhaps. Perhaps it is. Logan Paul is moving over to Barstool. A conservative is going to jail for a meme. We're taking a look inside Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump's house and talking about people who want us to wear 2 or more masks. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. So here's the GameStop controversy, broken down for CUTEservatives who don't get gaming and don't get stonks. And yes, I said stonks. She got a stonk. She got a stonk. She got a stonk. Now stonk with it, go stonk with it, get stonky with it. This situation going on right now with Redditors versus Wall Street is actually boiling conservative because what's happening is a completely bipartisan issue. The whole country agrees. AOC and Don Jr. are tweeting about this and they're on the same side. That's all you need to know, folks. This story is about Wall Street rigging the system against the normies like you and I and being pissed off that we figured out how to play their game so we could get rich.
Brilliant, we're going to be rich!
On Reddit, there is a subreddit called Wall Street Bets. It's a 2.3 million person community, mostly dedicated to memes that get their rocks off, participating in massive swings that come with risky trades, which is heaven for the amateur trader. So then, GameStop enters the picture, and we all know what GameStop is. It's a brick and mortar store that sells video games and gaming supplies that you've probably seen where you live in like a traditional mall or a strip mall near Walmart or something. Yes, the same store that only wanted to offer you $1.99 for your Nintendogs.
Dude, let's go. Come on. Dude, hold on. Can I figure my buttons out? That's block. That's better. Oh, my bad. Dude, nah, give me that.
Well, GameStop isn't doing well. Shocker. For multiple reasons. Number one, people don't go to stores to buy games anymore. They do it all online. And two, obviously with the pandemic, people aren't going to stores in general, or they aren't even allowed to be open depending on the state. Newsom. Okay, so for millennial CUTEservatives, let me put it this way. They're the blockbuster of video games, and their time left on this earth is super limited.
Time's up, girl. Bye.
Because it looked like GameStop was moments away from imminent death, hedge fund Wall Street people were taking positions where they would make money if the stock falls. In fact, GameStop was rated the lowest or most shorted stock in the entire market in S&P 500.
It wasn't good.
Then overnight, out of nowhere, all these people on Reddit started buying up GameStop stocks, Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC movie theaters, BlackBerry, and all these other businesses that have just not been doing very well lately, completely screwing all these Wall Street peeps.
I'll chop your credit card in half. How about that?
Then all the Wall Street people were forced to buy shares of these stocks and ended up in a short squeeze. A short squeeze is when a stock jumps up out of nowhere and Wall Street traders who have placed bets that the stocks would fall are forced to buy it or else they're gonna lose even more money. When that happens, it just adds to the upwards pressure of the stock price. Basically, this is regular people going against the establishment.
I should have listened to you.
It's like the French Revolution in finance, and the drama keeps on getting crazier. A bunch of the coordination for the buying of all the GameStop shares took place on an app called Discord, which is popular in the Reddit gaming community. Well, Discord comes out and says they're shutting down chats from people in the Wall Street Bets group because of hate speech. What hate speech? Figuring out how to play the same game people on Wall Street play all the time? So now you have any conversation that the elites say they don't like labeled as hate speech because, of course, conservatives knew this would happen. Mark my words, Redditors will be labeled insurrectionists, no doubt, because literally anything that threatens the elites is insurrection now.
The game is rigged.
It feels like we're living in just a literal nightmare. The crackdown on free speech is so antithetical to what America is about. Everything that has happened in the last year has provided insurmountable evidence that there are 2 sets of rules in this country. One for the haves and one for the have-nots. You and I, we're the have-nots, in case you haven't figured it out.
We're screwed.
To add to the dumpster fire, the stock app Robinhood and other platforms decided they were just going to not allow people to buy stocks in GameStop and AMC because, I don't know, because the free market isn't actually free. This is a huge problem and it's very messed up.
I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins.
Never thought I'd say this, but God bless the USA and God bless Redditors.
Number one rule of Wall Street. Nobody, I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in circles. Least of all stockbrokers. Right? It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
No, fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not real.
Of course, the king of stonks, Dave Portnoy, is also the king of media right now. Barstool Sports is probably the #1 social media empire, period, at least with young generations.
It's all about clicks now.
What I really like about Dave is he's not scared of the mob. He doesn't give a crap about PC culture, and he's not afraid to partner with people that are controversial or people that already have a cult following that he thinks have brands that would resonate with the Barstool audience in some way. Enter YouTube sensation Logan Paul. Apparently Dave gave him an offer he can't refuse because he's about to start a new show with Barstool.
Proud to announce that I've officially partnered with Barstool Sports. I'm Dave Portnoy's son, essentially. They're such a cool, I think, cutting-edge, new-age media company that I am so happy to amplify in any way I can. So for this past weekend, actually, Penn matched any first-time deposits that were wagered on the Barstool Sportsbook in Michigan. I think they raised over $2 million for small businesses in Michigan. Obviously, the Barstool Fund, I think, is approaching $30 million.
Incredible.
They just get it and they resonate with people, and I think the company has so much room for growth. And as I continue to diversify my portfolio and grow my businesses, it's just cool to be partnered with someone who, I truthfully believe in, and then I think can make massive waves together. So a lot of big things planned for 2021 with Barstool and their brand new Barstool Sportsbook. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I'm not a big YouTube person, so I know for me, seeing this news, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe this guy is serious business. Maybe I need to give him a shot. And I think that will be the case with so many people because there's something about having a show with Barstool that makes you even more legit, especially to people who aren't into YouTubers per se like me. One more question. Logan Paul, hot or not, I find him so unattractive. It has to be his personality that girls are so into because if he was a nobody, you cannot sit here and tell me people would be this gaga over him. He looks like the love child of Shaggy and Fred from Scooby-Doo. I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because I do not like blonde guys. I have only dated bearded brunettes since 2016 and I will never go back. Oop.
They're not related.
They're sending us to jail over memes now, so I don't know, is free speech dead or what? Freaking terrifying. Biden's Department of Justice just charged a Trump voter for posting a meme back in 2016, jokingly telling people to vote for Hillary by text.
I was kidding. I was only kidding.
This Ricky Vaughn guy is 31 years old, living in Palm Beach, making memes, living the life, and now he's going to jail because they're saying he posted misinformation that screwed with individuals' constitutional right to vote.
Play this stupid juvenile meme game.
Let me be clear, Obama voice, let me be clear. The only people who need to be charged with anything are the people stupid enough to think you vote in a presidential election by text message.
Beauty fades, dumb is forever.
By the way, if these are the rules that disinformation is a crime, then when are we gonna hold all the mainstream media, the US government, and especially the CIA accountable? If you're coming for the crown, you better not miss.
Let me kick down a little thing to you that our founding fathers kicked down to me. It goes, don't tread on me. And right now, you guys are treading all over me.
It is really the end of an era. Jared and Ivanka are selling their home in DC, so I thought, let's take a tour, shall we? So their house is in the affluent Kalorama Heights neighborhood, and you can move in for only $18,000 a month. Ugh, look at this white brick. Absolutely my favorite thing. It is so depressing that in the valley here in Arizona, everyone has stucco because it's way too hot for brick and all the houses are only one story. This house was built in 1923 and is just at 7,300 square feet. Apparently, Jared and Ivanka are headed to Florida with the rest of the Trump fam right now. Kitchen, very modern, honestly, kind of boring. Love the backyard. Obsessed with those little rich people trees. And the sitting area, I'm in love with. Love the wainscoting action or whatever that's called on the walls. Also, what is this very light sage mint color on the walls? Someone figure it out and tell me. I have to know. I just love a fireplace so much. Not enough of those on the West Coast. The rest of the house, honestly, pretty vanilla, which actually suits Jared and Ivanka. I think no fuss, classy. The bad news is you may not love your neighbors. President Obama lives a stone's throw away.
It's creepy. I think the house is haunted.
Benny boy, let's hear it. It's Friday.
I said certified freak.
Freak.
7 days a week.
The freak of the week is no doubt everybody calling for us to wear 2 or more masks. I'm looking at you, CNN and Fauci.
CNN's Ryan Nobles feels as though he has to wear 2 masks to defend against the evil, diseased Trump supporters who are pouring in by the thousands.
By April, they're gonna tell us to wear 246 masks and get anal swabbed. Bend over.
Spread your cheeks and cough.
Seriously?
Oh wait, they're already telling us to get anal swabbed. You know what? My butthole is off limits to everyone, and especially leftists.
These pipes are clean.
Not to toot my own horn, but this was a really good episode. 2 big announcements. I am beyond excited for my friend and cute scientist Isabel Brown because Monday, her brand new show with Turning Point USA, Freedom Seeds, debuts on her Instagram at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you want 1-minute daily quick facts to fight the left, this is the show for you. Go follow the Isabel Brown right now.
I think it's critically important for people to understand what anti-racist research is.
So I think removing the statues is really just a kind gesture.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Enough!
The lies of the left are everywhere, but we're ready to fight back. With my new show, Freedom Seeds, you'll be armed with the truth in just 1 minute every single day. I'm Isabel Brown, giving you the ammo you need to win America's culture war.
The other thing I want to tell you is tomorrow, Saturday, January 30th, I am hosting a massive virtual pro-life event on Zoom with Students for Life. I'm going to be speaking and hosting tons of other huge speakers in the pro-life movement that you know and love. And if you're having a chill Saturday at home, I'd love for you to join us, hear some incredibly powerful stories, and learn what I call abortion apologetics and how to debate and defend your pro-life stance. I'll put a link for the event in our story so you can reserve a spot. Subscribe to POPlitics on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave that 5-star review. Most importantly, don't forget to like this episode. I need to hear what you think about this GameStop Wall Street drama. And if you've got any stonks, is Logan Paul hot or not? And if you think we're all going to jail eventually for memes. Producer Abigail works so hard putting these episodes together. Do us a favor, share it to your stories, and hit the save button. We're back Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is POPlitics. Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the conservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.